Texas just passed a new bill that requires men to pay child support before the baby's even born. This is a crazy unraveling here. Let's get straight into it.
Senate Bill 942 could change when you pay child support, and it could be sooner than you think. The bill requires a child's father to pay retroactive child support starting from the baby's conception date. It's a controversial topic that father and business owner Michael Ball feels passionate about.
I feel like she's carrying the baby. He's responsible for the baby. Doctor's appointments, all that comes into play. Both parties should be held accountable to bring that child into the world.
Members of the Texas Senate passed the bill on Wednesday with a vote of 27-4. This bill is making sure both parents play a role in supporting the child before birth and covering medical care expenses, which can be expensive. Attorney Anthony Robles at Robles Family Law Firm has been practicing law for 18 years and deals with child support cases daily. He says child support is a lifeline that parents need to take care of their children.
The obligation to support a kid doesn't start when the baby's born. The mother incurs extra expenses when she's bearing your child, when she's creating your child. It's going to help you in multiple other ways. One, the amount you'll owe for back child support, it's going to be less because you've already paid some of it. Two, you're probably going to have a better relationship with the other parent.
But is the system really fair?
With child
I don't know about the whole relationship thing. Some people don't want to have kids, and they don't even like the people they made kids with.
child support, at least in the state of Texas, is it only looks at one parent's income. It looks at the income of the parent who's going to be paying child support and the resources that parent should provide for the kid. It does not take into account the resources that the person who's going to have custody has the child.
The bill will now move forward to the House. Reporting in Odessa.
That's crazy work, brother man. But honestly, I think there's some good that comes out of it. Because if men know that from the time they buck this girl, they could be paying child support, maybe kids will stop having all these illegitimate kids. Like so there's a little bit of accountability in there, which is good, I think. Because if we want people to start, taking care of these kids, they got to be held accountable. But also the other caveat in this is that we need paternity tests done at conception. That's what I think. As soon as that baby's born, paternity test, if not even sooner. And I was actually looking this up just to see. A DNA paternity test can be done as early as 7 weeks of pregnancy using a non-invasive prenatal paternity test, an NIPT test. Collects fetal DNA from the mother's blood. And so 7 weeks, typically they're done at 10 weeks, which I think that should be more mandated than this back child support or this pre-child support. I don't know. What do you guys think, though? Let me know in the comments. Do you think this is a good thing? Do you think this is a bad thing? Some of the other things they've said on the website is, at least on this site, child support is once again at the center of a debate in the Texas legislature as Senate Bill 942 aims to shift the timeline for when child support payments begin, potentially making it much earlier than many expect. Under the bill, a father would be responsible for paying retroactive child support starting from the date of the child's conception. The Texas Senate passed the measure Wednesday with a vote 27-4, which is overwhelming, sending it to the House for consideration. Now, the bill seeks to ensure both parents contribute the financial responsibilities of pregnancy, including medical expenses. The topic has sparked passionate responses from both legal experts and community members. I feel like she is carrying the baby. He's responsible for the baby as well. Michael Ball from a barbershop. I mean, I dig that. I smell what that guy's stepping in there. Now, there's something else. Let's look at the exact bill. Dig deeper. Under Texas SB 942, a judge could order retroactive child support payments beginning on the date of conception instead of at birth. The father would be responsible for a share of reasonable and necessary prenatal and postnatal health care expenses. Paternity would have to be established. The date of conception would be determined by a doctor or through evidence such as parents' testimony. Okay, well, that's good. That's good to know that they're actually looking for paternity early on. But the bill is not yet a law, so this law could pass. It's not a law yet. But do you guys think it should pass? Put a 1 in the chat if you think it should pass. Put a 2 in the chat if you think it shouldn't pass. And then also let me know in the comments, like, is this something that you think is good? Is this something that you think is bad? I don't know. This could be a game changer, right? This could make men be held a little bit more accountable because there's, at least for me in my scenario, my dad was a deadbeat, didn't pay any child support. Now he was there from the jump. But maybe having this little bit of a safeguard will help the child. Because at the end of the day, like man and woman aside, the child is very important as well. And we need to make sure they're taken care of. But this is another chick. She was talking about it.
A new Texas law went into effect, and y'all know I'm here for it. Texas has a new law, SB 942. A father will be responsible for paying retroactive child support starting from the date of conception. This
Can
bill
you imagine? She's like, you bucked me on Wednesday. I'm gonna need about $13. Shots fired! Imagine.
seeks to ensure both parents contribute to the financial responsibility of pregnancy, including medical expenses. The topic has sparked passionate responses from both legal experts and community members. With child support in the state of Texas, it only looks at one parent's income as the one paying support.
Yeah, so that part I'm also like, so what does this mean? Does that mean that they're going to start looking more at the woman's income as well? Is that what that means? Like, what does that exactly mean? So I'm wondering where they're really going with this and like how far they're willing to take something like this and what level of detail they're going to get when it comes to how much a person would have to pay or how much the woman makes and things like that.
Support. The Texas Senate passed a bill this week to modernize administrative processes in cases. SB 1403 would allow the Office of the Attorney General to speed up procedures by using email and provide clarity that ultimately reduces delays in delivering child support services to families.
Okay, this is something that's non-related. I was just looking up a couple things. Oh no, this was 14 hours ago. This is actually related. Okay, that's my B.
This legislation comes after a KXAN investigation highlighted frustrations from parents owed billions of dollars in child support and also with the challenges in tracking down delinquent payments. Senator Royce West.
You know, we need to have bounty hunters for people that don't pay child support. Child hunters or child support hunters. That sounded bad. That sounded so bad.
Stupid.
Child hunters. But no, this is wild to me. Retroactive child support. This is something very new. This is something I've never even heard of. I've never even thought of this.
Is that the responsibility that the mom is bearing doesn't begin at birth, but starts months before that.
And while I agree with you on that, I think we also agree on the free exercise of religion, correct?
Oh, yes, ma'am. Definitely. Yes, Senator.
So how does this square with Judaism, which believes that life begins at first breath?
Well, Senator, I would say if the purpose of our child support system is to make sure that both parents are sharing in those responsibilities, and the mom who's obviously physically bearing the child, that the mom isn't left without help. And so I don't think it's a matter of dispute that expenses and medical care, those needs arise before birth, and this recognizes that.
But this bill is creating an obligation to the mother or to the child?
Well, Senator, that's a great point. This makes sure that
should be an obligation to the child, right?
The mother is taking care of prenatal care and postnatal care. Most of this, the framework that Senator Menendez and Senator Hinojosa were talking about, and you know, that framework already exists. We're just clarifying that the mom has already had some need for help before the birth takes place.
Should parents start socking away money for what amounts to a performance bond if they have a male child once they reach puberty?
I don't know. Help me out with that question.
One, say, boy child becomes sexually active since they are now open to the risk of some financial responsibility whenever they have sex. Should parents start establishing some kind of bond for that child's sexual activity until they become an adult and can pick up that bond on their own?
Oh, that's a good point. I never even thought about that. Like, well, you know, what if a 16-year-old kid gets a girl pregnant? Like, is it going to be the same for him, for underage kids? Like, I don't know, that's a good point. This just came out like 2 days ago, so this is very new.
Well, Senator, whatever risk that exists today without Senate Bill 942, the difference is that the financial responsibility would begin at birth. So we're talking about significant cost and significant child support responsibility once a child is born. In the grand scheme of the amount that a father would owe, this is not a whole lot of money, but it does recognize that to the mom, those expenses are real and those costs are real.
I don't know. This is a great topic. It's good that we're talking about this stuff, and hopefully one day we can get away from, sorry, the camera's glitching. Hopefully we can get away from one day men paying child support without paternity tests, and that's mainly because navigating the dating scene can be absolutely brutal, but so can dealing with the aftermath of an accident. Have you ever been involved in a personal injury case? Over the years as an image consultant, I've worked with many clients recovering from workplace accidents, car accidents, and more. And I was actually shocked to learn how often people lose their personal injury cases. That's why I want to talk about Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. They specialize in a wide variety of personal injury cases, and they've won thousands of big cases. And if you end up working with them, they're going to fight for the money that you deserve. Just recently, Morgan & Morgan solidified verdicts in Florida of $12 million and $26 million in Philly. That's up to 40 times the highest insurance offer. And I'm telling you, your case could be worth millions. If you've been injured in an accident, don't wait. You can go visit www.forthepeople.com/Levi, found in the description below, to start your free claim today. Y'all know what time it is. Can we get some freeze in the chat? Loki. Free? He knocked it off. This is one of those turkey tendon bones, I believe, from, who was this from? I think it was Dez. Oh no, this was from Jeremy. So W's in the chat for Jeremy. Sorry guys, I get these treats mixed up, dude. I do apologize. When I have like 5 or 6 at a time, it's like, whew, sometimes I get a little mixed up. Come on, focus now, focus. Thank you. All right, let's get into the Twitter. I don't want to dig too far into this subject because it is so new, and it's not even passed yet. It's a potential law. So we'll get into some Twitter things and just do our typical reaction style things.
So I'm leaving the house because my mom said that she doesn't fucking love me anymore. So I'm leaving the house because my mom said that she doesn't fucking love me anymore.
That's not even what I said.
What'd you say?
I said you're too old for an Easter basket.
That's the same fucking thing.
Oh my god. When I say women grow old, they never grow up, bro. I'm not getting an Easter basket. So this clip I'm about to show you is just pure proof of like wokeism has created a society of simps who are just trying to do right by women, like, and being romantic chasers, being guys that like, I want to chase, I want to be the romantic guy for her. I want to be there for her. And this woman's reaction to this is absolutely wild, bro.
What?
Have you ever had a boyfriend?
I have.
Do you ever dump that fool?
All of them. I've dumped every one of them.
You dumped every one of your boyfriends?
Yeah.
Are you proud about that?
Can somebody date her just so you can dump her? Somebody find this girl.
Yes.
That's
I've
my
never been
girl.
broken up with.
That's the
Never
girls
will
that
be.
I live for. So why'd you dump all of them?
They were all way more obsessed with me than I was with them.
Oh, okay.
And I didn't like it.
Yeah, classic, giving you too much attention.
Yeah, it was gross for
They
me.
probably tried to like share their feelings with you too.
Yeah, it's like, stop. I don't want to hear that.
What are you guys thinking?
What?
Have you ever?
Can you imagine sharing your feelings with a woman and she's like, it's just too much for me? Like, goodness. But this next clip is going to show you this pure proof that women like that you don't care. They appreciate it that you don't care. It drives them wild when you don't care. The nonchalantness is what you need. Check this clip out.
Does anybody else's boyfriend publicly humiliate them on Instagram? He
Like, she is so upset about this, and it is hilarious because it's so stupid.
acts like he doesn't even know me. Tried to tell him that he's cute. A freaking thanks, red heart. Thanks. Hey, whatever happened to I love you? Whatever happened to no, you are? Thanks.
Expectations, man. These women expect a certain reply, and I always say when expectations are set and then they don't get met, people get upset. Shibin and I should have bought a Honda, put it on a freaking t-shirt.
It gets worse. Hard eyes, hard eyes. Yes. Drooling. I'm drooling over you. I'm salivating.
Heart.
Liked by author. Not even a reply. Do you know how foolish I look? I look like a fool. You act like you don't know me. This is humiliating.
That's exactly what he should be doing, though. W's for that gent. The second you start simping, you lose your leverage. Don't lose your leverage, guys. Don't lose your leverage. Don't be the nice guy. Be the guy that she wants his attention. She yearns for your attention. That's what you have to do, bro. You can't just give up the attention, because you give up the attention, bro, and you simp that hard, women just lose all respect for you.
First things first, do you have children? And if you have children, what are 3 values that you want to instill into your children?
Kevin, 33. Yes, I have children.
How many kids?
6. But what I would instill with them, be you at the end of the day, especially with how social media is now. They portray reality. So be you at the end of the day.
Do you have any kids?
I do.
You do?
I have
Okay.
2 kids.
2 kids,
Yeah.
and how old are they?
11 and 8.
Okay.
4. So that means it balance out.
You got 6.
It balance out.
Stupid. I don't know if the math. You say you got 6. I got 2.
Right.
How's it 4? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro, what is this man slow? That breaks my heart. That's somebody's dad up there. Maybe he was nervous, but don't be nervous. Be at their service. What was that guy even talking about, brother man?
Your man comes home and he's hungry. Would you wake up and make him a meal?
No. Hell no.
Good Lord.
Big back.
Don't lie, honey. You would make the meal and eat it with him.
Be independent. Be independent. No, he makes me a meal. What the fuck?
I didn't hear your answer.
I mean, I'm happily married. I'd make him a meal.
You'd make.
Love it. The only one that's actually married knows the right answer.
Thanks, man. No, take it back. I'll make the meal. I'll make the meal.
That's what I'm saying. So, ladies, you hear something go bump in the night, you expect us to get up, right? So if daddy wants a sandwich at midnight, then you better go ahead and get it cooking. You better get that turkey and cheese slapped on that little bread. You know, because, you know, being a stay-at-home mom is a full-time job. And so if your wife or your girlfriend or whoever's the mother of your child, she really isn't doing the job up to par, then sometimes you got to write her up. You know what I mean? If it's a full-time job, somebody gonna get written up. You're not doing the job right, you're written up. You're not feeling good today? Oh, you're not feeling good? Your back's hurting? You taking care of the baby too long? You requested some PTO? Denied. I gotta be the boss. You gotta be the boss, gents. You gotta be the manager. She wants to be a stay-at-home mom. Who's her manager? Me. I'm the boss. I'm just kidding. I heard a guy talking about that. He's like, these women say being a stay-at-home mom is a full-time job. Then that means that she can get written up. And I was like, bro, imagine writing your wife up, giving her like a... like you just weren't doing that. You requested some PTO, you're denied. I'm sorry. The title of this one is, Why Are Women Like This?
My mom doesn't know that I suck dick. My mom knows that I'm...
Yeah, that's something that I don't think most moms should know. Keep it a buck. My mom doesn't know that, you know, the things I do, but okay.
My mom doesn't know that I suck dick. My mom knows that I'm actually a whore.
Wow, streetwalker activity, brother.
She's a runner, she's a track star.
I've prostituted myself.
Oh.
Oh, that I've way too many people. I've 32 people.
That guy's like, oh, Lord.
Brother, boy, ain't no way, boy.
I'm a slut. Just kidding, she knows that. She don't know that I swallow.
I'm a youth leader. So if my youth doesn't know, I'm a bad bitch and I'm a...
Stop the cap.
My mom does.
What was that? This is what I don't like about this whole every girl's a baddie. Like this whole everybody's a baddie. If everybody's a baddie, nobody's a baddie, dude. If everybody's hot, nobody's hot. Like, how can you be a baddie and be darn near 300 pounds, bruv? It doesn't work like that. Unless, the only way I would consider you a baddie is if you've been on the cover of a magazine, or when you go out in a dress, men approach you like they're flies on poo. Like, I know Cass is a baddie, because when we go out, if I leave her alone for 2 to 5 seconds, there's a guy on her, like a freaking leech on a bloody wound. Like a freaking piranha on a bloody carcass. Like a fly on poop. Like white on rice. Men just seem to find her. And then when I walk up, they scatter like roaches. I don't get it. But that comes with it with dating a woman who's very pretty. When you date a woman who's pretty, you have to be, you know, ready for other men to approach her. And if you're not ready for that, don't go for it. I tell guys to go for 4s and 5s. Other dudes aren't approaching them. They're not going to get a lot of attention. They're cool with the bare minimum. Like, they're less headache typically. You know what I mean? Like, go for a girl that's, you know, maybe not as hot. Because when you get a hottie, when you get a baddie, there's things that come along with it. But Loki, did you like that turkey neck? He was getting some neck. Getting some neck. I'm glad you liked it. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Go cop the new Ricky Sickle tee. Shout out to my boy there for the OG with the carrot on there. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Do not forget to like, comment, subscribe. You can book a one-on-one chat with me. The link is in the description. We can talk about looks maxing advice, content creation, or whatever else you have a question for me. You can chat with me one-on-one. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. I will see you guys tomorrow, man. Peace.